Hey everyone, it's Ivan with KitBadger.com, here to bring you a little range tip talking about shooting in inclement weather. A couple minutes ago, it was coming down pretty good, and then it lightened up for a bit, started raining some more, back and forth. If you're a recreational shooter, by all means, wait for those nice sunny days, nice and warm, go out there, enjoy yourself, have a good time, enjoy the shooting sport. If you carry a weapon, defensively or offensively though, it's imperative that you actually train in these different types of inclement weather, whether it be snow, rain, high winds, all three of those combined, whatever it may be. Because what'll become apparent is deficiencies in gear that works maybe in one environment but really doesn't in another, and at the same time being able to figure out workarounds for things that may end up coming up. As an example of this, I now have this RMR mounted on my pistol. What happens is in the back here there's a little emitter that essentially puts this red dot on this viewing screen here in the pistol. When this fills with water, because it's getting carried in a holster like this, how does that affect it? Is there a big bloom? Can I still use it even though that dot has bloomed because there's a bunch of water on it? Do I need to go ahead and use my irons? Can I still view my irons even when I have all sorts of beaded water on this lens and I'm trying to use my irons through that lens and all that beaded water? What kind of issues arise and what is a workaround for it? Another thing you may or may not use is gloves. Whether you actually operate with them, you train with them, whether you're using them or not, in different environments, how do these different gloves hold up? These, at this point, they're totally soaked. And even when it was raining, they did a good job for me. These are the Pig Gloves Delta Utility by SKD Tactical. And they have texturing all along the inside to where even if my magazine gets wet, doing mag changes, drop them on the wet grass, pick it up covered in water, I can still manipulate them. They don't become slippery, anything like that. And then more to the point, even if I have a couple magazines and I'm doing tack reloads, I can still manipulate them, no issues whatsoever. I have had gloves in the past that once they get wet, they're slick and you're gonna be hard pressed to hold on to anything. So if you do run gloves, how does it affect it in these different weather environments? In addition to that stuff, we also have our actual weapon system that we're trying to manipulate. So when this gets soaked, whether I'm wearing gloves or barehanded, the texture that I have on this pistol, can I manipulate it very well? I know when my hands get cold, my dexterity goes and it's hard to grab things. So is there enough of a grip on here that allows me to establish a good grip, even if this is wet, even if my hands are cold? Do I want to texture it even more? Do I want it to be more aggressive? Do I want to put, they have all sorts of different manners, whether you're actually texturing the plastic on different pistol grips or, like, for lack of a better term, essentially like grip tape panels that you can put on there, but does it work? Same with slide manipulations. If I'm able to manipulate my slide when it's nice and warm and sunny, can I still manipulate my slide that same way when this is wet, when my hands are cold and wet, a little bit numb? Am I not having the strength to be able to just pinch it here? Do I need to come over and grab this thing here? Do I need to rack it off something? My hands are cold, wet, slippery, whatever it may be. These are all these things that you can end up finding out through training in these different weather environments. It's always nice to go shoot, nice warm day with the sun, but take advantage of these weather events. Rain, snow, wind, whatever it may be. Next time you have some extreme weather, get out to the range, try all that gear out. And in doing so, you might find deficiencies in the way your gear's set up that really don't become apparent until you're using it in that environment. And it's a lot easier to learn it on the square range rather than in some real world event. As always, thanks for joining us at KitBadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.